Okay, that came back.
Is this like a super fast print?
Basically.
It looks like crap.
Well, the very front is supports.
Okay.
There we go. All right. I don't know what that was. That was really weird. Hopefully y'all can hear me still. What's wrong, Mia?
She's just upset that I'm not playing with her.
All right, all good. That's good. Yeah, so that was weird. It is an HE3D K280 Delta. It's supposed to have a 600 millimeter Z height, and I think it's a 250 or a 280 build platform disc. So, guess we'll verify when it actually comes in. Alright, so I need that around, take those, duplicate it, go, then take the lift bracket. Oh. Left.
You can't get in my lap like you do with Daddy. I'm sorry. Okay, bye.
Support, generate, normal. Alright, there we go. That's all I was trying to do. It was just tell them prepare to print. So I could get it going on the trunk seat. Scott. Crazy.
What was he saying that to?
Because I said that it's going to be huge.
This is a, what is it, G-rated show. Here's Scott.
Yeah, the entire frame, if I remember right, is like 41 or 42 inches tall. So even direct on the table back here, the rod height actually is like an inch or two taller than the top of the spool right here at the top of the Delta. So yeah, it definitely is big in size there. All right, let me do customs or structure normal. There we go. Move.
Move that upside.
Ah, jeez, dog.
my arms.
Okay. Can you go up into your bed? Snuggle underneath your blanket? Go and do that.
Yeah.
Go.
You sleep.
Go get in your bed and I'll tuck you in just a minute. Look it up again.
I'm not.
Oh, what are you doing?
Removing support structure.
That's how you do it?
Well, you have to click a lot, but yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
We'll do desktop for a minute. Yeah. Well, no, it is G-rated. I'm not saying that. I thought it was funny that you're even like saying it to begin with. Just trying to take out like a few little rows of the support.
It's easier to pull out.
Yeah, so I got like little wedges that I can grab with the
That's
pliers.
pretty smart, honey. This should be my job. I'm good at doing it. I do that when I'm frustrated.
Yeah, sometimes I'm in there. Huh. Well, soon enough, mine will get there. Not that I want them to, but you know.
Ha ha ha. That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Dog is needing some attention today. Oh, that's good. Yeah, don't break the computer.
Here. Let me get you back.
What's wrong with you, dog?
No, you did. Oh my god.
What was it that made those other dogs like gag? Or was it mainly the cats? Yeah.
It was like broccoli and stuff.
You've never seen anything just like good to just get a good laugh at.
Cats
there was
gagging.
yeah, cats gagging videos are hilarious. People were taking like just all kind of random stuff. And these cats, as soon as it gets close to their nose or whatever, they take a sniff or two and then just start gagging like crazy. It was hilarious. Definitely fun, good times. Oh, I forgot they gotta do that. No, I already did it. Okay. There we go. Alright, prepare to print.
You need me to move?
$4 hours, 10 minutes. Man, every time I redo this, it's like more and more time.
I mean, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts.
Yeah. Well, I guess we're not installing it tonight.
What color do you need to do now?
The yellow. MakerFarm Z parts. What do you think I was doing?
That's That's like my first thought. I was like, what?
Yeah, I mean, that would work.
I mean, it would go with your frustrating day that you had. So.
Yeah, very true. Seriously?
Come
Okay. The thin USB power cable that goes over towards the. Alright, so on the power strip back there, just follow the one that goes to the right, to the big trunksy printer. And then just pull that one out, count to about 10, and then plug it right back in.
You mean like the thing that's plugging in the trunk seat on the Wi-Fi?
No, not the big Wi-Fi plug, just the USB cable.
Okay, I'm gonna let you do it.
Right. So it should be. Yeah. Something happened to the trunk, so you're gonna go all crazy. Give it a minute. Hey, it's right there. Right up behind me. Seriously, I need to get off of this AT&T modem.
Should we move so we can get better internet tomorrow?
I just need to make more money so I can pay for a new router.
Yeah, you know you're on the house though.
Pretty good.
Kids hated it.
Of course they did. They hate practically everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, doggy. Oh, duh. It's trying to go to 5, and that's the MakerFarm, and it doesn't have it on anymore. Forgot I need to go to 2. Oh, Scott, I forgot to tell you. So that Resumer 3D thing that we got, so it's supposed to be able to, I reached out to them and they said, yes, you're supposed to be able to connect it in line with a, what are all the credit cards for? I don't know what you're talking about.
That's what credit cards are for with buying the router.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't use
Yeah, I
credit
don't
cards.
use credit. Sorry, I was trying to. How it makes sense there. Sorry. No, I'm not making
Oh.
you move.
Sorry, I thought you were like, get out of my way!
No!
The new thing that you bought,
No.
something new that you're trying out.
Oh,
That's where you're
the Resumer 3D, yes. So it's supposed to be able to connect in line with Octoprint, so you can still monitor your printer through it, and you print to a local print from the local SD card, and the Resumer thing is supposed to do that. So, but yeah, we're trying to get debt free, but that's the goal. I mean, we haven't had a credit card in what?
3-4 years.
Yeah, about 3-4 years now. Still trying to catch up with
I
all
really
the
wanna use another
other
pack
stuff,
of
but
the-
you know. Alright, there's the Z parts. Yellow. Preheat. There we go. True. Yeah. But that's a reasonable debt. Most of my credit card what?
Sorry, my face, I can't like filter. Sorry.
I mean, going into debt to get a remodel loan, that would be like a reasonable thing to do. Because it does cost a bit.
Yeah. I think for a house.
Well, he has a house. Alright, filament manager plug-in. Alright, well, we can take a side shoot real quick. Alright, so let me get my remote desktop back up. Come on. Alright, so basically in my virtual PC, I've got 2 different Raspberry Pis running. Overseer to do the multi-computer like web page. It just attaches to the webcams for the most part, but it does give you a few little extra things because it is connecting on the API side. But Arch Linux, based off of that filament manager plugin, I've actually got it's got its own standing SQL database for it. And basically what it allows me to do is in the filament manager, instead of here, let me go back over to the page. Instead of having all of these individual on one Pi and then each one is completely separate, it's centralized the database. So whenever a print job subtracts that amount from the tracker, all of the other printers can access the same SQL database and just automatically get that update. So it helps me just because I'm a little bit more nitpicky on where I'm at with filament, so I can remember and plan stuff out. But I had all the samples from Scott's pack and it was just overwhelming. So I removed all of them out and then just now have just my main spools. I've even got the stuff for when I had the MakerFarm directly on there at I put the -3 so I'd remember it's the 3mm filament. But yeah, I can track in here all of the different pieces that I use, so that like I even got some of the IGUS print your own filament. So I've got an all metal throat and hot end piece with the stainless steel nozzle. So I'm gonna test that out sometime soon. What I want to print is the bearing that's right underneath the Delta piece. It's that print in place like 5-point herringbone gear, so that the spools sit right on top of it. I was thinking of printing that in the IGUS so that it'll see how well it spins. They said it's supposed to be about as hard when you're done printing as the IGUS bearing itself, though obviously not so smooth. But because it'll be IGUS on IGUS, you know, as it rotates anyway, and it's not doing anything else, then I figured that'd be a pretty good test to see how that all went. So, but yeah, so that's kind of the overview of this filament manager. And like I said, it really makes it nice because I just go down here and I tell it, okay, you know, like right now it's got about 825 grams left on that spool, and I can kind of just see where things are at, and then just select whatever spool and then tell it print. Yes, baby. Oh, good night. All right, see you tomorrow. Alright, so that one's still printing. Now, granted, the front edge of this print is the support. So it's printing the new Core A8 conversion fan duct adapter. So that goes from their bracket assembly for the hot end, and it needs this adapter to drop it down so that then it can you can put a standard fan on it. I wonder why the camera is all messed up now. Okay. I don't know why that feed is not working. There it goes. I don't know if you guys remember that the red filament that I had, that rhino reel stuff. Couldn't get it to print very well on the console, but man, on this Tronxy now, it is just tearing through it and printing pretty decent prints. I gotta get my supports fixed, but essentially this is what it's gonna glide on, the two bearings, and then you're putting the radial fan up here, and then the fan mount that I'm actually printing right now, it attaches right here, but as you see, I've got way too much support and I can't dig it out, so I've got to figure out where I went wrong, because this support is just horrible to try to get out of here. But yeah, so it'll, like I said, it'll sit on the bearing blocks and just slide back, have that adapter to come down. The hot end will be right here in the middle, and then it's got a belt tensioner already built in on the back side, and actually, no, excuse me, the belt tensioner is actually inside the hole here, so that it'll be encased and it'll slide pretty nice. I have not honestly used Cura in probably about 2 years, but I'm pretty sure it would. But because I use S3D, I figure, you know, I just need some tweaking, because the problem is the supports are like fusing into the model. Like, I can get a gap on one side, but I can't get it on the other, and it's like I don't know what I'm missing. Yeah, I just never use Mesh Mixer either. So yeah, even, I mean, so it printed out my separation lines, but they're like so welded into the part that, like, I mean, I've tried to pull, I've tried to prop it, and it just, it's fused. So I know I got settings wrong. I just don't know what settings, because honestly, a lot of the stuff I print doesn't even need support, so I haven't really had to worry about it too much. Yeah, it's hot in here. But this is basically what I'm printing out on the Delta right now. But as you see, the inside has got all that support structure in, and it's fused to that whole front wall and to the very top, and I can't get my knife in there to cut it out. So yeah. So that's what I'm reprinting now. Hope I printed this time hollow with just the very front edge, having the supports over for this edge right here. Mm-hmm. And those, I mean, one little quick snap and it popped right off.
Can I try?
Try what?
To get the supports out? Or is it
yeah, if you want to. But we already decided to change it to white, so I mean, demolish it if you want.
Can I pliers? Give me something to do.
There you are. Over there by the orange parts.
This one?
You can use the flat and the black piece. That's the actual colors. I typically on this Delta, I don't go, or the Castle, I don't go much more than 70. 70 to 75 has like been the max, but I find 70 to be pretty spot on. I did, however, finally do that layer test, and I found my magic numbers for the Delta that they look gorgeous, like every time. So I would suggest running that. Here, I'll paste it in chat for like what I did. What are you doing? No, I did not say to move that at all. Where is my chat? There we go. Yep, that was the one I ran last week. Why are you not? The percentage that's beside the layer number, that was the first layer height in S3D, because you can do just by a percentage and it'll auto calculate. So that's what I did on that one. Ah. There. So those are all the different layer heights. Right now it's printing at 2427, but 1618 has been like if I want higher quality, but I did test it at 0.0809 and it actually looked like one solid piece. I mean it, but you have to go slow on that one just because of how short it is, and it looked pretty awesome. Welcome, Sean.
Did you see that?
Yes. Like, as he put it, it's a lot like Holmes, like Sherlock Holmes, but you just put the S at the front, and then obviously you take out the E.
What's his first name?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sean, starts with a J.
Cool.
I got his email. I got the what it is, but yeah. It's a very unique name. I've honestly never... What?
I hurt myself.
Well, don't pinch yourself. You're supposed to pinch the plastic. Now, I would give you the knife, but I don't know if it would be trustworthy right at this point. Alright, Brian. No problem. See, they're just going through all that filament now. I need to get the focus ring on that one.
Ow.
Looks great further away, but close up, not so much. You get banned in 350 countries, but only 195 on Earth. Yeah. Oh, Sholm, I was going to ask you, did you ever get your Mark III working again? Awesome. Yeah, when I had to drop the stream to run out and do all the errands, I remember you were working on it. And then I didn't get to see if the final solder job actually heated up. Oh, no, that's right. You did move it over and you started working on the ender. That's right. My brain's not working quite right. I'm missing gaps of time.
Called being a parent.
Yeah.
You don't bother me too much. This is really fun. Bring me out my perfectionist side.
Yeah, and I'm the one picking up all the little pieces.
I'm gonna get one.
I'm not saying that you couldn't. I'm just saying I'm also like throwing them away as well. I'll show them I got the MakerFarm right behind me. That's more of my ABS printer, even though I don't really print ABS. I wonder if I got... Oh, that's right. What was... What was it again? One dot.
So weird.
Alright, it's having such a hard time trying to get the video for Foxy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Killing the dog.
This is making me mad.
There it goes. I don't know if you're gonna like... Yeah.
Really? Don't put hole in my leggings.
Well, as long as you are somewhat available, if you want to be on next Saturday, which should be the HE3D build, and I'm thinking of doing like a Wednesday night E2 build. That way I can get both of them in 1 week, because I know I was even asking, like, can we do it over 2 weekends, you know, but she brought up a good point. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to wait very long on the Delta or the E2, because they're new toys and I got to play with them. So it'll probably do Wednesday night about normal time-ish, because it shouldn't take too long to get that E2. I should be able to get it in 3 hours, you think? We'll do that on Wednesday night, and then, well, provided it does get delivered on Tuesday night. If that's the case, then on Saturday we'll do like 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish start time, and do live build of the whole HE3D and do a print. So
I'm gonna have to bring the snacks.
yeah.
I'm gonna be
And just as a heads up, in case you haven't already seen some of the parts coming out, I've got my Rhino reel. It doesn't look right in this, but it's a nice solid purple. So I've already got bed wire lifter, or the extruder wire lifter from the bed. I've already got the corners printed out. I didn't want to print too many more things yet, only because I need to do some like dimensional measuring to make sure that they fit. And then I'll already have the while we're doing the live build, I'm gonna have the purple already loaded on the Trunksy because I can knock out the parts pretty quick on that. And yeah, just kind of do live build and install all together. But yeah, I figured do a nice big old purple printer pretty much right here behind me.
This is super satisfying to go in big chunk. I get it now. I get why people are into 3D printing.
See? And then later we'll do the, once the printer gets built, then one of the first few prints, hopefully, if everything's working fine, will be to start catching up on the 20, or the, what, 1-inch square tubing for the kids printer, because a couple of the pieces need to be like 500 millimeters tall. So since that's taller, 100 millimeters taller than the Trunksy can even print at this point, might as well do it on the big Delta that can do 600. Yes.
Give me the knife.
Please don't cut yourself.
Is that right here?
No. I'm gonna give you the... Wait, which one? No, not that. Not the knife.
Or a screwdriver. You need that screwdriver thing? I need that.
This little thing right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a little safer.
Yeah, this is where it's got the big handle, but it does have a...
Okay.
Because sometimes I use that to pry because it'll actually slice in. Just, yeah, don't stab yourself, please.
Am I supposed to pull this out too?
What? Sorry? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're happy.
Sorry, I'm trying not to...
Alright, let me catch up on some of this chit-chat because apparently I forgot to brand new, you know what, I need to go to my text thing. Okay. 3 brand new printers still in the box sitting here driving you crazy. Yeah. Need to do like either a live stream or at least video the build so then you can post it up on your channel and then be like, hey, this is how you properly put it together, and we got it, you know, tuned in like almost immediately. Oh, Craig, what's wrong, man? What's the E2 doing? I need some guidance before mine comes in. Ah. Ow.
Sorry. That was a big piece.
Two Ender 3s and the XY2. All right, Sean. So yeah, I would definitely say the XY2, definitely film that one, but there is a lot of videos of the Ender 3, unless you just want one for your channel too. I've kind of looked at, even though I don't have a lot of the printers that people don't already have, I figured I'm gonna just do my content worth of where I've done it, so that I have stuff for my channel, you know. Plan is I'm gonna do like me using it reviews, not build review, and to say, okay, like I've had it for a while, here's the upgrades that I've done, and then kind of do like mini videos of a focus spotlight on the different upgrades that I've done and why I chose them, what files it was, and I think I got most all of the time lapses from them, so that I can start building stuff. And then once I get a few videos and let her do her videography magic, then we'll start pushing out content. So oh, what keeps cutting out? Yeah, definitely. I'd do that, Scott. Just put the Ender 3 the way you do it. That way you've got content for your channel anyway. I mean, you know, that way anybody else that gets one, you've got a video directly on your channel that they can just reference. Yeah, I saw your unboxing there, Trollin. So, oh wait, did I? I don't know if I did. I remember seeing the Mini Delta. Yeah, it definitely looks like it was hit by a truck there, Scott. But Trollin, yeah, if you get your Ender 3, did it have the exhaust fan that's on under the control board? Was that pointing up or was it already pointing down? Because I know that was one of the mods they were talking about from factory they were supposed to start doing, but that might have been only for the Pro version. Otherwise, for the regular, that would be a simple mod that you could do, is just print out the fan guard to put on it so nothing drops into that top fan and messes it up right above the control board. What are you doing? That's not what I asked you to do. You done? You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Can I get it all?
Enough.
Like, what are you supposed to do with that part?
Well, it's just gonna take air and blow it down this part, so it doesn't necessarily. And I don't even know why it printed this on this side at all. There's nothing in the model that I remember.
Okay. See if I can.
Oh, okay. Cool. Craig, you were saying it's cutting in and out? Was that the printer or my feed? I don't know why they don't just come with YouTube in the dark theme so you can actually see, unless it's too bright. Yep, Delta's done printing.
Alright, can I do it?
What temps of it say? 43? It might be enough. Flick it. See if it comes off.
Flick it? Like, for real, flick it?
Sure.
Well, I'm sorry.
That's alright.
I'm a horrible assistant.
You did the She-Hulk flipping. Alright.
I don't think you're gonna be able to get it. What about with
Wow. Okay.
this? I'm sorry.
Wow. Did you see?
Hey, it's normal in here.
Yeah, I know, but still. Alright.
Do you need this?
Huh? No. Well, yeah. That'll work. Too much stuff in here.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
You did say flick it.
Yeah, I did. Ah. Alright.
take this part off.
Yeah, so that, then on this part, just kind of
Snip it.
trim the loose parts to see if we can.
You can pretty much do this with your hand. Can't you?
Yep. See, that's how I want all the supports to do. And y'all missed. So, on the Delta, I mean, it actually printed that whole front piece nice enough that, I mean, it just, like, pops right off. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's flat now. PSU on the way, everything but the one belt needs replaced. Part U, part Trunksy. Must have missed something else here. His end, not the printer. Oh, I did. Trying to figure out what I put to drill random holes through it. So it's not, are you able to do dual color, or is it still just on the initial printing, calibration, zoning, all of that initial jazz? Just, yeah. Definitely flick it across the room. So that's one way to get the part off. Try to tighten stuff down. Try to make sure you can tow a trailer and truck behind it. Oh, yeah, Craig, I was kind of like the same way with me tweaking my Trunksy for like the first year.
Yep.
I mean, I still can't believe I've owned this Trunksy for almost... Actually, didn't we get it right before Christmas? Or did we get it right after Christmas? Do you remember? Because I thought we got it in like November.
Yeah. We got it right before Christmas.
So if that's the case, I think I've had my Trunksy since November. So we're at like what, 14 months now, or going into 14 months, and I've only had it actually printing for a month. Because before that, it was always like clicking, or I'm doing upgrades from another printer, trying to tweak it out, and it just always something. But now it's printing that 0.6 nozzle. It works great. I wish I would have done that a long time ago. Then I probably wouldn't have had any of these issues. But I think, honestly, I'm going to either put, because I got one more 0.6, I'm either going to put another 0.6 or a 0.8 on the dual color. Just so I keep in line with what it's already doing. And then I can already have like a better idea of the calibration steps. I know it's on the Chitu firmware, but I mean, write down these types of values so I kind of have a more of like a baseline to kind of follow. Is my thought, at least. Hasn't even completely built it yet. What's taking so long? You gotta like take off work, ignore everybody, and just build it. I don't know. Yeah. I think if I remember right, I think I've got that initial live, and it might even be the one where I was talking to you still on the on my Facebook.
Here you go, love.
Yay! Alright. I don't know if it'll capture the layer lines. That's at 2427. Hopefully that'll get it. And I mean, it feels smooth. You can barely feel the layer ribbing.
Alright.
I don't know. I guess what else do you want to do? Do you have an idea of something? I guess that was like a little alignment adapter. I didn't even realize it still had some black still left in there. No well.
I wanted to build my makeup room.
Okay. I can try to make some room here if you want to pop the laptop down and. Well, I mean, I know where most of the stuff goes. I just haven't got to it yet. All right, let's get another part going. Okay. CoreXY A8. Hopefully I don't lock up my computer again. There it goes. Alright, so yeah, I need that. We're gonna leave those alone. I need that. Alright, so this is control here. No, don't need that. Don't need that either. There we go. All right. Oop, I missed something here. All right. New version now has a core and only 4 acrylic parts left. Mounting brackets for the extruder look like metal and we're taking extruder. Wait. Sweet. Yeah, the original X5S is CoreXY. That's what I've got. Alright, so I'm going to jump over real quick. Come on. Alright, so this is the next parts in queue. Reprinting this thing because it's like solid that I'm not going to be able to print much out of that. But as you see, it's the air chamber goes through here and comes out over here. And on mine, it is like full of supports. Like I guess I didn't even realize that I had done that. I followed what the guys were saying about they use. All right, honey. That they used all over normal supports, but they didn't say like what slicer. So I'm thinking I messed that part up when I originally did it. So I need. Let me do a second process. Main body. What else? None of them need supports. Main body. What's up with the camera? What? What do you mean? Oh, King, this is for the kids printer. This is converting that A8 into the CoreXY. This is all the kit parts that come with it that I'm finally getting around to actually like printing. But for the E2 upgrade, the only thing that I did print was I don't know where, there it is, the good part. So this was just a recommended Cyclops fan mount that for the pet fang, and it was for a CR10, but that way I got the whole thing for the radial fan, or for the bigger radial fan instead of the small one. But no, it comes with all the factory stuff you need. But Craig has the full printer. Like his already had everything as a dual extruder, like straight out of the box. Mine is just a standard, and I bought the upgrade kit. But I like the pet fang, so I figured I might as well print one and try it out because it works great on the trunks here right now. So I figured I might as well just keep that up. Well, yeah, I put the camera low so it's not really catching the hot end per se. It's catching more of the bed. So as the parts build, it stays in frame for a lot longer. But I mean, I can tilt it a bit more if that, you know, would look better, make more sense with people. So, oh, you're gonna shut it? Okay. Well, yeah, but it's a thin part. All right, all right. Oh. There. Better. Oh man, I got little shards of printer supports everywhere. the one thing I do like about the red filament is you can see it on this grayish brown carpet real easy. It's gonna drive me nuts if they're all over the floor though. Well, I guess I'll find out if they changed anything else out with this, even just the upgrade kit. Otherwise, I think it's just gonna be the the small little tiny radial that's like on the E2 that came on the original X5S. Hey, welcome back. Ooh, nice. Alright, so we want from build platform. Okay. And then, well, do normal. Oh, nice. So you can do Control Z and undo removing supports. That's pretty cool. Let's show you what I'm working on. Okay. That should hopefully be enough supports. And I only did it right here at the opening this time. Tried to cut out as many of these. Got one a little too close. There we go. Just take one more. There. This printer can, or the Delta can do pretty good bridging. I think that might be some of my problem. Why won't you? Okay. So probably better just to let it create. See what I mean though? I mean, see how many it put here in the middle? That's why I was like, oh my. Alright, so let's do that and remove some of these extraneous ones. So you're saying all of them in that big middle hole? Okay, they're all done. Alright, that should at least allow me to grab it with the pliers. Set your angle. Right now it's at, sorry, at 45. Saying I should reduce that down. In this large hole, the vent, or were you talking about the big center circle hole right over here? All right, which large hole are you talking? Raise it up. Raise what up? Like, which hole are you talking about? Are you talking about as it sits on the platform, this big hole here in the center, or are you talking about the vent hole that's on the screen right now on this piece? Circle hole. Okay, vent shouldn't need much as well. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Definitely take out the outer edges. I'm thinking like that, just two little pillars in. Again with the whole back wall. You really went overkill on these. Yeah, that would have been fun to try to dig out. There's no other crazy ones here. Okay, so all of those are gone. Another one of them holes. Yeesh. That is dumb. Why did it put it in all the teeth? That is the belt paralyzer part. Sometimes I wonder. Okay. Man. Navigation is crazy around here. I wonder why it won't find it. Oh. Interesting. All right. Yeah, a little bit of my stress is going away every time. I don't know why I'm dropping so many frames. AT&T is supposed to be giving me some pretty awesome internet, and yet it's not working. All right. Look at that air vent. All right, so 2 rows by 2 rows. All right, that looks a lot better. That looks like something that I could easily take apart now. Jeez, that was horrible the first time. Alright, let's save that. Ah. There we go. Nope. Want it on that while we're waiting for everything to heat up. There we go. Yeah, I know, right? Until the mouse button just stops. You're right, very much. And yes, my sentiments exactly, Rover. It's pretty awesome for him to tag that in. Oh, but if anybody was asking, it was this. That Resumer 3D. That's what I was talking about earlier. So yeah, I reached out to him, and this little thing you should be able to put in line with Aquaprint, connect via or just print with an SD card. So sometimes I just don't understand why. Filament Manager is great until you have, like earlier where I had to rebuild the system because it crashed. Then yeah, you kind of run into some issues that are very irritating. Oh. So now all I've got to finish up is on the E10 right here behind me. Just need to get a longer cable so that I can hook up the BL Touch, because I've got it mounted. I just see how long this takes to throw them all in. Yeah, so you can see the BL Touch just on the very left edge of the extruder. I just don't have it wired, but I did just get it like mounted. And it's already spaced, ready to go, so all I gotta do is just actually wire it back in, and then I should be able to start printing that more regularly, since it's got just enough of a dip in the bed that it's hard to manually compensate for. chocolate peanut butter pie Oreos. Oh boy. I'm glad. Hopefully the wife is not on because she'd probably tell me to go to the store tonight to go get some. She loves peanut butter pie. She actually makes them. I don't like peanut butter that much. I mean, I can eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich, but she makes a really good peanut butter pie. It's hard for me to eat because I just don't like peanut butter that much, but it tastes really good. Oh, you know what? I forgot I can't even really use the E10 yet. At least not the way that it's set up, because I forgot my A8 that actually had the BL Touch on it. I forgot I have not put back, the wire to hook up the BL Touch, so I didn't actually have to modify any of the cabling. Just tag that onto the backside. I completely forgot it's only on the original A8 board, which is identical to the E10 board. I forgot that I haven't put that in there, so either I've got to do a 1-for-1 swap, or I need to put one of these little doohickeys on the other board so that I can attach it. Kind of debating like what to do with the spool holder situation. Yeah, well, you got a little bit different issue. See the edge over here. I want to put back up the enclosure walls on either side, but if I do that, then I can only use the hanging Bowden tube. I know you can't see it in the picture, but there's a hanging Bowden tube that's just loose. It'll go to the feed side of the motor, so that as it goes up and down, it's not really catching anything, just helping guiding so that the spool can right now sit up top. But I don't really like that because then that limits that I can't really put anything on top, like where the MakerFarm was sitting up there until I thought tonight we were going to be able to install it, but so I don't know what to do. I was thinking of putting like the lac table little slide-on spool holder that just kind of hangs, but if I do that, then I don't really have a path for, unless I just take that hanging Bowden tube and like snake it underneath the edge so that as it lifts up, it just kind of goes with it. I don't know. Confusing and terrifying all at the same time. Guess I can just check my level on this thing. See before I even put the BL Touch on there if it's actually gonna, if I really even need it, because before it was just enough of a dip in the center, but I might be able to do like almost like a screw fitting, put it right in the center and then just really, edge it up just a little bit and take out the dip in the center to raise it up just that hair that it needs to with that negative pressure or the reverse pressure underneath. Might be something to actually do. Because I don't think... Well, I might be able to just do a straight long screw. Yeah, but it might tap the belt is the only thing. But yeah, got a lot of little projects on the way. I would love to get my hands on a Mark III and possibly with the MMU2, which if you notice in the corner there, so if you feel so inclined to help donate towards that cause, by all means, that would be awesome. It is kind of pricey, but that's why we put like a long time goal, right? Can't hurt. I mean, I didn't even ask you guys about helping me out with the Delta. And as soon as I got my Christmas money in, I just went and got the Delta anyway. So, by all means, that would be like a community thing. Because of the price, yeah, that would be, like I said, that would be awesome to get donations towards that. But by no means feel obligated to. You can always just, you know, do the buy me a coffee thing. That's cool. It's like $3. Or become a Patreon. Chris is a Patreon. He's doing $1 a month. So I get $1 a month. Woo! Actually, I think it's like 72 cents. So every time it donates, I'll oh, this way. I'll throw that in there. I don't know. I've been hearing that it's supposed to be coming out by summer. It should have already been released by then, but then again, I don't know. I sometimes I get the feeling with like how they're doing stuff that though they are open source, that they could still make certain pieces like that MMU2 because it really and truly only works with their printer without a lot of hacking. I wonder if they're gonna make it where it's not open source. Like you can download the frame body parts, you know, to like reprint your own custom color to go with your printer. But as far as like ordering specifically all the screws, the Penda probe, I mean, a lot of this stuff's already out there on the own, but I don't know. That'd be interesting to see what they actually do with it, because I've kind of heard a little bit of both, that they may go kind of a semi-open source on it, where they're only going to release part of it because it is their technology, pretty much. But then again, yeah, you can download their firmware. It doesn't work on most anything other than the that little NC board. But you can get those. You can get a clone one and then download their firmware, and you're up and running. What's his name? Shane, Fugatech Printing. He did one. He did a clone board, and he put the official firmware on it, and it took it without a hitch. And he did, I don't know if it was a 2.5 or a 3. Can't remember exactly. I think it was a 3, yeah, that he actually did. And he already ordered the MMU2, so he has a 2.5, that's right. He already has a 2.5. He made a clone of a Mark III, firmware and all, and then he already ordered the MMU2 to go on that clone so that he can test it out. So, yeah, I mean, they're open source with that. So who knows? Hell, a lot of the things that I've heard over time have been either completely wrong or changed. So, I don't know. Could be a lot that's changed. Sorry, just try to get the supports out of part of it. I know I'm throwing it away because I'm about to reprint a new one, but oh, you know what? It's done preheating. I probably ought to. Tell this thing to start the printing. That's how you do it. You wear some of the bearing block holder. Yeah, see, it's hard to, I don't know if it'll catch it on frame, but right there, it fused part of the, come on. Yeah, it fused part of the support right at that top edge, and there's like nothing to grip it either, but it's like fused into it, so you, I mean, even if I try to start peeling, there's nothing to like peel against, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that's even gonna come out. But the Delta seems to be doing a lot better on some of these. Parts anyway, so I mean that other, the blower, I mean that support snapped right off pretty easy, so. Nice, King. Did you do it in base mode? You would have had to for only this amount of print time, right? Well, I'm planning on when that big Delta gets in here, I want to do one of the bases. I want to max it. I want to do a 600 or at least 590. That'd be pretty cool. But based off of that size of Delta, though, too, man. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that it's not even a point to, like, print with a 0.4 nozzle. You have to pretty much go with a 0.8. Otherwise, there's no real reason, because it's so big that it's going to take forever to print anything. So I don't know. I may do that. I may just put a 0.8 on there. Because yeah, I'm even trying to figure out if it even comes with part cooling fans at this point, because the original kit did not have it, and then later HE3D released, because CNX was even doing it. Later they released the double 50-50 fan, part 50-15, right? Or is it a 50-50? The big radial fan, like on the A-net, whatever size that is, but. It ended up having, it was either 2 or 3. I think it was at least 2. And you mount them on either side so it blows in. And then he custom made his own bracket. Yeah. Either way it would. Unless you do base mode and then, then it doesn't use nearly as much. The tall one I did made it top heavy. Oh yeah. Well, thankfully you told me about, you know, just dripping some resin in there and just let it pool up in the bottom, and then that'll give it its weight too, so you can always do that. Hey, that'd work, King. Fancy, fancy. Well, I got a file for a fancy air freshener wall mount that you can do, and then you have a fancy trash can and a fancy air freshener holder. Make a set. Yeah. I was thinking of that, about like either putting sand or gravel in the bottom and then just like pour some of that resin over it so that the weight always stays there, and then it also seals in case we want to put some water in it, like with a plant or something, like you were saying before. I need to take a vacuum to my office. It's not really that fancy of an air freshener holder, but you know. I just looked up the, what is it, Airwick, and they've got, like, you can scale it up or down, but it's basically just, it's almost like that lattice work Christmas tree, but it's just the little thing, and it's got the little wall mount little screw hole peg for it. I did a simple little PETG print just to test that clear PETG that I had, and worked pretty decent, so figured why not. Yeah, slow night, but you know, it'll be crazy Wednesday or Thursday and Saturday, so I mean, doing the E2 upgrade and then the Delta build, so yeah, it'll be a little craziness. So I'll be good with the with it being a little slow tonight. That's fine. Oh, did I mention we are at 80 subscribers now? Pretty awesome. Pretty sure I wasn't going to hit 100 before the new year. Probably because I was taking, you know, 2 weeks off, and, you know, I don't really have much other than live stream content right now. But I'm sure, and that'd be pretty cool if it jumps up, you know, shortly after all the normal videos start dropping. Yeah, that is rock solid. That support's not coming out. Yeah, be careful with the filament dryer. Especially if you use a dehydrator like I did. Jeez. Mine didn't have a thermostat. about ruined a whole roll of PLA because I let it cook itself a little too much, and then it like started fusing itself together. No, it's not a true filament. It's just a recycled food dehydrator. They didn't even have the factory lid anymore. They threw that out. They just put one of those old metal crock pot lids, the round ones. Yeah, here, I'll grab it. Ugh. So yeah, it's old metal lid, doesn't even go with the set. And then just the regular base dehydrator, and really, literally all it has is an on or off button. It doesn't have anything else. No temperature sensor. And then I took all of them but the very bottom one, and I cut them and smoothed them out. And then I took like Gorilla Glue, when I still had some, and put it between to lock it so that it would seal it for one, but two, make it where it wouldn't collapse anymore. So that's why it looks like garbage. So I was actually looking at spray painting this so that, like with some high temp paint, just so I don't have to worry about it, but that way you don't see the nastiness. But yeah, that's all it was. I mean, it was kind of cool looking even at the, like, all it really is. I mean, if it had a temperature control, it would be even better, obviously, but yeah, that's all there is to it. Just the on-off switch, power cable coming in, and then just a heater. That's it. So it's a 135 watt heater. I need to take like something to a temperature sensor or whatever. That way you can see how hot it actually gets in here, so I can make sure I don't overcook my stuff anymore. I think they may have dropped this once or twice because it doesn't look like everything's lined up in the center like it's supposed to be. But it's quiet. It works. So, you know, can't complain too much, right? Alright, look at this level there. Double check the level on this bed. Nope, that's wrong. Wrong machine. I don't know, that bed seems to be like almost spot on. course, the biggest part ended up having one of the support pieces drop off, so of course it's gonna do that. Did I take out that stupid add-on, or did it just not load? I think my cancel objects thing just died. Yeah, but I don't want to buy another Pi unless it's going to be on a printer. I mean, yeah, I could do a virtual Pi, but then I would have to find a way to connect it into the PC, and that just, I don't know. Somehow my cancel objects is not. Why is that not on here? Okay, so that. All right, well, maybe. No, I'm not going to cancel it because it's just going under the one air vent piece that's going to start ramping up as an angle anyway, so I'll just let it continue. No point in canceling it at this part. Yeah, I mean, I thought about it before to put a thermistor on it, but just kind of never got around to really looking into it. Let's throw something together for the E10 real quick. Ooh, I'm gonna import my E10 profile again. It took it off for a while. Well, each of the cameras are directly tied into the Pi through Octoprint, so that would be a little interesting. But this Overseer page connects to the API of each of them. And if I turn on the you have to log in first, then it'll only show the camera feed with no controls on it until you log in itself on the backside. So but as a default, like, yeah, I can just tell it to do this, and then like oh, I gotta unlock this thing. Oh, it's not doing that part. Okay. Where is it? 220. have it? Yeah. See, if I turn on the hide idle printers like that, now it's only going to show just the 2 that are actually printing. But I can also just tell it hide the inactive printers. You can make it log in, and it's small. It fits on the Pi like barely anything. That's why I did a virtual version of it. Edit. Save monitoring. Yeah. So then it just puts a gap in it as it catches up on the video feeds. But yeah, it's a kind of cool little mini web program that, I mean, like I said, you put it on the API part so it can authorize it, and then just go down. Okay, anyway. Oh, hey, Chris. Welcome. You caught it. You didn't miss out on me this time. My S3D, I think, just locked up again. So irritating. Where is... Well, this time I was able to close Simplify 3D without it, like, crashing the system. And I sincerely appreciate that, Chris, for the support. That's pretty awesome. As soon as everything starts balancing out, here I got some stuff that's still pending, unfortunately, but once that all balances out, I was looking at supporting all you guys, like you guys were supporting me, so that is in the works. Oh, and Chris, on Wednesday, if it arrives, I'm going to be putting the E2 upgrade on the Tronxy. It's not in frame, but yeah, on the Tronxy, the dual extruder upgrade that they got with the 32-bit board and touchscreen. If it comes in Tuesday like it's projected, then I'm going to do a live build on that on Wednesday, and then next Saturday, provided that it shows up on Wednesday, is the HE3D K280 large, super large Delta. I'm going to do about 2 in the afternoon-ish. I was thinking 1:30 to 2, somewhere around there. You're going to do the live build of that. So if I can give you a week's heads up notice. Hopefully you're not too busy on Saturday or even Wednesday night. Alright, so what did we do for support? 31290. And finally gave in, and I've been looking at it for a while, so when Christmas money came in, oh yeah, Christmas gift to myself. So let's find a model to do a quick test on this E10. This is what I'm thinking of. Come on, pull the pictures already. Yeah, that's the one. All right. Oh, Chris, I'm trying to make that happen. I definitely want to go to Murph, and I need to get to printing some Maker coins. I've got my design done. I keep forgetting to print some. Mainly because I keep like wanting to tweak it more and more, and then like I never get around to actually like doing it. But I think Scott, you got one of my best ones, so But yeah, definitely wanting to go so I can meet everybody in person and like go to an event like this because I just think it'll be awesome. All right, what does it say for the specs? What do I need to do? Non-printed parts. %. Okay, so 404. All right, so my normal settings. %. All right, let's see how long this will take. "36 minutes, I can do that. Hey, Jake from State Farm, how you doing? Well, I can always send you the STL if you want there, Scott, so you can print it Mondo size. Wouldn't want, you don't need to by any means. Well, that's always good there, Jake. Sometimes you gotta just like, you know, relax and chill, not do much. All right, let's get some filament in this E10 real quick before we sign off. All right. Bearings. Crap brain. Should do this. Oh, the Rhino Reel Gray that like I overcooked and everything, I actually did my own winding on a spare spool. What you guys think? I mean, yeah, I got the one loose one right here. Hold on, there we go. But look at that, all done by hand. Took me like 45 minutes to do it all. I'll make sure that I never overbake filament again. Oh, all right, there we go. I have to get all my printers running and design my own color one day, but I don't think I have coin. Yeah, I definitely. I mean, I kept looking at it, and I was like, well, I want a coin, and the easiest thing to do is just the normal stuff that everybody else does. But at the same time, I was like, I don't know if I really want just a standard coin. but it was the first thing that I could come up with that actually like somewhat made sense. So I was just like, whatever. Just kind of went with it. All right, let's see. Does this actually load? Oh wow, it actually does. Not really. Yeah, I don't think that would work right. Okay. Let me twist this out. Nope. All right, night, Craig. Have fun. Oh my gosh, that is going to kill me with how slow that is going. Well, it kept getting caught was the whole reason, and I didn't want to just throw it away because it was printing okay. It just had a lot of like mini fusion points. So I just sat there while I was watching a movie and just kept twisting and just going back. Actually, I wasn't, I mean, I was watching a movie, yes, but it was while I was at work waiting for like a new ticket to come in. So it's kind of just, I was on work time, not personal time. So, but shh, nobody heard that. Alright, let's fire this one up and see how well it actually works. Alright, well, again, just kind of pay attention to Facebook, which will come out with Twitter. I'm going to put the updates on there as they come in with the new equipment coming in. So yeah, the tentative game plan right now is to Tuesday the E10, I mean the E2 module is supposed to show up. So if that's the case, then Wednesday night we'll do the live install of it. I'll be damned if this thing ain't gonna just start printing like it's supposed to, even without the BL Touch now. Of course. So the printer is supposed to be here on Wednesday night, or by Wednesday night. So provided that that doesn't have any hiccups before Saturday, then Saturday is going to be the live stream build on that. Yeah, I know. I tell on myself all the time. The alien box. So I got to adjust the Z offset just a hair on that. The alien box is supposed to be in Tuesday. So I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do like a live unboxing because other people are already doing that. But I am going to do like a video review of unboxing, possible time lapse, and then into the project that's part of the box. So, but yeah, all that information I'll be putting out on social media. So, like, subscribe, follow, share. Donate if you want to, all that good jazz. And looks like now I got 3 printers working, so I better get to jumping on getting this Octoprint reloaded and everything ready for the new Delta, which I've already got on its lovely, lovely little internal frame that's going to be, because I'm going to do the same kind of thing as this Delta. So I got that, and I've already got the top corner braces printed out, ready to go. So we'll see if we can't make all this happen, but thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Appreciate hanging out, and we'll get some extra things going here and just having fun doing all of it. So thanks for joining us again. Like, share, subscribe, all that wonderful jazz. All the social media stuff, ooh, that is right there. So yeah, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for being here.